The majestic Himalayas, where the kingdom of Bhutan is cradled, were the world I knew. A land of profound beauty and deep spiritual tradition, it is home to 74 distinct people groups, 71 of which were, and largely remain, without a single evangelical Christian witness. This was my heritage. This was the spiritual landscape I was born into. At the tender age of 12, I began the journey that countless young men in my culture take. I became a Buddhist monk. For the next 7 years, I dedicated myself entirely to the ways of the Buddha, seeking spiritual truth through rigorous study and meditation. I was a devout seeker, fully immersed in my path. And yet, deep within my heart and mind, there was an persistent, quiet pull. A sense that there was still something more, an ultimate truth I hadn't yet grasped. It was after a rigorous 6-month period of meditation that God intervened in a way I could never have anticipated. I experienced a life-altering vision. Before me stood a man robed in dazzling white.
Man in white. I am the answer to your questions, who declared with an authority that echoed deep within my soul.
I remained a Buddhist monk, but that vision planted a seed, a divine inquiry I could not uproot. My search continued, subtly shifting its focus. Later, while serving as a monk in Nepal, I was providentially led to a Christian shop owner. He offered me a simple gospel tract titled, "The Way to Salvation." A fellow monk vehemently demanded I throw it away, refusing to even look at the forbidden literature. But I couldn't. I kept the tract, drawn by an invisible force, and for several days I pored over its message. Then, just as the man in white had spoken to me in the vision, a verse seemed to leap from the page and penetrate my spirit. "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." John 14:6. Here was the powerful, exclusive claim to the ultimate answer I had always sought. The seed from the vision began to sprout. My monastic service eventually led me to a new monastery in India, right on the border of my homeland, Bhutan. Here, another Christian crossed my path and, with quiet courage, invited me to a church service to learn more about Jesus. For the very first time, I walked into a Christian church. There, I was given a Bible, the complete Word of God. Within the confines of my modest monastery room, I began to devour the scriptures almost non-stop. As I read, Jesus' words resonated with an inescapable truth, and the cost of following him became startlingly clear, particularly in Matthew 10:33. "But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven." The choice was laid bare: remain safely within the traditions of my culture and calling, or embrace the truth and risk everything. The inevitable happened quickly. I was caught reading the Bible and was subsequently and summarily kicked out of the monastery. The only life I had ever known was instantly gone. My banishment was not an end, but a glorious beginning. Shortly after leaving the monastery, I attended a Christian youth camp, where I was baptized and fully committed myself to a home church. The thirst for truth that had once driven my Buddhist practices now fueled a new passionate pursuit of Christ. I enrolled in a rigorous 5-year Bible school program, dedicating my life to learning and following my true master. A devout Buddhist monk had hungered for the truth, and in the most unlikely of places, a Buddhist monastery, I had found Jesus Christ. Upon graduation, I returned to Bhutan and found a fellow believer and partner for life and ministry, Tham, a dedicated Christian and Bible school graduate. Today, we are married with 2 young children, united by a singular burning passion to reach the unreached people of our beautiful country. We know the cost of the gospel in Bhutan, where following Christ is a radical act, yet we also know the dire need. 1 year ago, after much prayer and preparation, Tham and I took a massive step of faith. We relocated to the northeastern region of Bhutan, a deeply unreached area where only 0.59% of the population claims to be Christian. Here, among people who have never heard the good news, we are currently ministering, with the ultimate goal of establishing the region's very first church. My journey is a testament to the fact that God seeks every heart that truly seeks Him, and He will go to the most unlikely places, even a remote Buddhist monastery, to reveal His Son. Look to Jesus. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Would you like to know how you can partner with my family and other missionaries like us to establish the first church in this profoundly unreached region of Bhutan?